Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to use OrCAD Capture Light today. It's basically a circuit building software. I'm just going to be showing you some simple circuits and how to draw them and construct them. Right, so basically this is OrCAD Capture CIS Light. Okay, so we want to create a new project, so we can either click here or here, File, New Project. We want to create an analog or mixed AD. Alright, so we can name it whatever we want. Let's just name it OrCAD. Right, it's going to ask us for a location. Alright, let's select the location. That seems okay. Perfect. Alright, we want to create a blank project, so click that and okay. Alright, now your project opens up and this is basically what the page looks like. Awesome, so this is what you have. Now when you first install the software, you're going to have some components that are not going to be selected or part of the directory at this point. What you need to do is add them to it. Alright, so you take your cursor up to this point and you place a part. So you click on that. Right, over here we have this. At the moment we can see that there are no parts, so we want to add parts. How we do this is we go to this button here, add library, click on that and this opens up. Now this is the default folder that looks of things. So what we want to do here is just copy all of these and open them into the parts list. Brilliant. Okay, so that's done. So when constructing a circuit, let's say for example we want a series circuit with 2 resistors and a voltage source. Okay, you can look for everything individually. For example, source. If we want a voltage, a direct current voltage source, we have the source button, and we have, if we're looking for voltage, there you go, everything is alphabetical order obviously. We have a voltage source, that's direct current, so we can double click on this and we have our part. I'm just going to press escape and get that away from the screen. An alternative to actually looking for them by yourself is just selecting all of these, so you can say Control All, Control A, and you get all of these highlighted. Now you use this little box here as a search box. So if you want to find a voltage source, we type in VDC and we have our voltage source. Now we need to know the names and the actual abbreviations for every component or branch that we are looking for. So I'm not going to be including that in this video. You can look up that by yourself. Okay, so we have a voltage source highlighted, so we double click on this and we have it appearing here. So let's say we want to rotate it, so we press R once and it's rotated. Let's say we press R again, rotate it again. Okay, so R rotates it basically. To place the component you just left click, and to deselect it you press escape. Okay, that's good. Now I'm not going to assign voltages or names to that source yet. I want to search for a resistor, so what I'm going to do is type in R, because that's what resistor is abbreviated as. R analog, that's what we're looking for. So we double click on this and we have a resistor that pops up. Now earlier on I said we're going to have a series circuit. I changed my mind. Let's have a parallel circuit and make it a bit complex. Well, not quite complex, because it's a simple circuit with just a voltage source and resistors. Okay, so we want to rotate this, so we press R again and we have it. We're going to place another one here, so let's have that there, and let's rotate it back and have one next to our voltage source, and let's just put one here just for fun. Okay, cool. So we're going to deselect this, so we press escape. Now we need to connect all of these via a wire, and to do so we press the W button. So we press W, the key W, and as you can see, okay, this is the zoom button. I'm going to zoom in for a bit. There we go. Okay, so from here what I'm going to do is basically click. Alright, can you see this little crosshair that pops up, that is basically your wire tool. So what you're going to do is you're going to click here. You can take it to any component at this point. You can take it there, you can take it here, it doesn't really matter. You can take it there, you can have another one from here to there. Now it's a smart software, so it will be, escape. So when you press escape, it obviously clears it and deselects the wire tool, so you just press the W key again and it appears again. There you go. Okay, so yeah, it is smart, so it's not totally up to you. It is a bit of an intelligent plotting software or feature. As you can see, if I do this and if I just go here, for example, it connects it like how you would want to connect it when drawing a circuit. Then I connect that to here, cool, and let's just move that over a bit. Let's connect these two, brilliant. Let's just have that go there, and as you can see, I can't really, because I want my wire to go, follow the cursor, this is how I want my wire to go, here, down here, and then there. Now if we press the wire tool and then we try that, it's not going to happen, but what we can do is just simply do that, and that. Okay, so we click at different points and it keeps the wire tool selected. Alright, so now we want to assign voltages or a voltage to our voltage source. So how we do this is double clicking on this figure here. So we double click there and we have a box that opens up. Brilliant. As you can see, this is the value. So let's give it a voltage of 12. Okay, so that's our 12 volt source, and we press OK. So that's, we're going to call it V1 because we can change it here if we want to, but we need not at this point. And here we have a resistor one. Now let's change this resistance to 4 ohms. So we change that there to 4. Let's change this resistor to 6 ohms. Let's change this resistor to, oops, that's a name. Okay, so now you know how to change the name if you need to. Change this resistor to 10 ohms. And this resistor to 5 ohms. Alright, so now we have our complete circuit. Now we might want to check voltages across resistors. We might want to check the current around a loop, or even do a sweep. I will not show you a sweep in this video. I will perhaps do a sweep in another video, but for now let's just stick to actually checking out these, running the simulation and checking out voltages and resistances across these points. Okay, so basically we want to run a simulation. In other words, we want to give this circuit some life. So how we do this is we move on up over here and we say new simulation profile. Click on that and we have a name. So let's call it OrCAD again, OrCAD. Okay, and we create. So basically we have a simulation profile. Now you have this pop up here, which doesn't really matter at this point. We do want it to be time domain. Yeah, so that's brilliant. Basically what it's going to do is going to have this voltage run over the amount of time and plot or whatever values you need. Okay, so we're just going to press OK at that. So now you have all these that have become available for click to be clicked on. So this is to actually run the simulation. We created a profile here. This is to run the simulation. This is to edit the simulation. So say for example we want to change the simulation. I'll click on it now to a bias point, or even do a DC sweep. You can do that there, but I'm going to keep it at time domain for this point, or for this video. So let's say we want to run the simulation. So how we do that is press this play button that says run PSpice. So we click on that and we have this little pop-up. Yes, this is fine, we don't need to show the skin. Okay, now we should have a little box that pops up here. Wait for it, or not. Okay, cool. Alright, okay, so let's calculate, or let's plot the voltage across this this resistor. So basically how we're going to do this, if we put this this pin or this here, it could work, and we put it here and it would work. Okay, cool. So we're gonna run the simulation. We have this that pops up. Now if you notice, nothing is working. It's a very important point to remember in OrCAD. No circuit can work without connecting a ground. So we have to connect a ground to it, and how we do that is we look for this ground button, which is here, place ground, 0 capsum, and OK. Perfect. So let's just put the ground there and connect it via a wire. Right. My apologies, I forgot to do that, but now I think that helped with the emphasis. Okay, so now the circuit should be up and well. So we're gonna run it, and let's check voltages. Delete. Okay. Okay, so we have our graph that plotted there. So let's actually do this. We were supposed to click voltage differential markers. So this checks the voltage across 2 points, and it has to be connected to a pin, which is, as you can see, the point here where the purple and the red meet. You won't be able to connect it anywhere else. Alright, so basically once those have color, it means that the graph has been plotted, and there we go. So basically this graph tells us that, okay, so how we can read this graph other than visually is go up here and we see a toggle cursor button. From here we can just click around about there, and we want to just click, let's say there, and we see that our potential difference across that point is a constant value, and that is negative 3.4483. Depending on how you actually orientated this, the positive on that side or the negative on this side, that would change the sign on that side. But that's basically the reading for that. If we're going to check the current on this, let's say, let's maybe delete these pins. Okay, I'm just going to delete that. We're going to check the current. Can do a pin. There we go. Okay, so a pin. If you do that, it says big node unless connected to a pin. A pin is, like I mentioned earlier, where the purple and the red meet, which is at that point. Okay, so let's zoom out again. Right, we have our circuit, so let's run this simulation, and it is live. Let's check it out. Okay, so cool. Basically what happens here, so let's take this point. Here we can see that by reading the graph, this is 6.89 or 689.655. That M is milli, so it's 689.655 times 10 to the negative 3 amps. Okay, so that's how you read those different points of the graph. Alright, so basically, I hope that you've gained some knowledge on how to draw this circuit. Hope I've helped. This is just the basics. I will be back with a DC sweep simulation, and I'll show you exactly how that works and what that is. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment. Yeah, thanks for watching. Till next time.